Hello everyone, Thomas Ronhaar here and welcome back to another video on this channel. Today we are here, as you can see on the screen, for the second event of the 2023 F1 Esports qualification series for the Challenger series. The objective, as you can see, is to win the race. Lewis Hamilton is aiming for his 8th World Championship and Max Verstappen is looking for his first ever World Championship in Formula 1. So I wanted to show you guys the fastest run I've managed to do for this event so far, and maybe give you guys some tips and tricks and how to act on this event. It's going to be 2 laps, a 2 lap sprint to the end on the very old hard tires, and Max Verstappen is going to be chasing us down on fresh soft tires. So jumping into the run straight away, as you can see, uh, AI is taking control just before we start the race, so you don't have any advantage before the safety car begins. Coming out of the last corner, straight away you can see I'm on the overtake, and on your first lap you want to burn all the battery you have, because the fastest lap is going to be very crucial for your score at the end of your run. You can see even on this tiny little straight I was using my battery, and yeah, just on the limit every single corner, because you're not allowed to make any mistake in these top 2 laps, because if you make any slight error it's gonna hurt you a lot in these coming runs. You can see I'm using a lot on my battery, and then when I'm at 50% I turn it off, so about halfway down the straight outside the side to turn on my overtake, braking at the 100-meter board on your first lap, and then the second lap you have a reference as the curve starts to get higher. On the exit of the second chicane, actually sorry, first chicane, going on the overtake straight away, and then going to sector 3, you'll only be aiming for at least a low to mid 54 split. As you can see, we did a 186 that time round, which is very strong indeed. You can also see on the bottom left edge of the screen, my overtake is really low. My ERA is down to all the way to 30%, and you want to be aiming to get as close to the limit as possible, but not run over the limits, because then you will run out of ERAs and then it could cost you maybe a few tenths of a second. So coming across the line, you can see managing to time it to perfection and doing a 25.556, which is, I would say, is very strong. I could get into the point fours potentially if I nailed the lap, but it's, especially for having tried it for only an hour, is very solid. Coming across the first sector, doing a high 7 split, which is the fastest I've actually managed to do in all my attempts, which is surprised me as well. Getting a bit distracted by chat. As you can see, I was live on Twitch at that time round. But yeah, once again, going into towards the chicane, the 100-meter ball was still there. So if you're lucky, the reference is still usable for that chicane. Using a lot of curb on the exit and then on the overtake straight away. You just need to like use your overtake as much as possible throughout every single straight until you run out basically. Then you need to turn it off, because then if you use your overtake at 0%, the limit will still go down and then they might hump you at the end of the lap. As you can see once again on the overtake and using a lot of road coming in towards this coming few corners. Throwing the car in for the last time in this long left hand. You need to wait so long before you can finally get on the power. And then through this long right hander from the ultimate corner, try and have the overtake on throughout the whole corner, because you don't have much area to play with anyway. And coming across the line to do a 26.392, which is very solid. Very happy with that run, and this is going to be enough to put us P1 at that time, and I still believe it's P1 by nearly 1,000 points on every platform. So I just hoped for this run I could show you guys a good reference of what's yet to come. You can about to see my score and my time. You can see 58.804 overall that time, which is by this point, I think when I recorded this, was nearly a second quicker than I believe at that time was Otis in P2 with 113.0k points. You'll be about to see our score, which is gonna be very good. You can see 114.349 thousand points, which is yeah, really strong. And I believe this run is gonna be enough, maybe to even stay P1 until the rest of the event. but people are definitely gonna sweat for it because all the people that didn't manage to qualify for the first event are definitely gonna attempt the second one and try and sweat maybe even harder for this event and try and get a spot in the Challenger Series. As you can see on your screen right now, the leaderboards at this time, when I'm recording this, it's not updated yet. This is, I believe, a day ago when the event was just came out. I believe it was only 10 hours in, so not many people have tried it properly yet. But I gave it a good go, and I think this round is going to be very, very solid as a reference for the rest of the event. So yeah, a very short one. As you can see, video is only going to be around 6 minutes long. But yeah, I just hope I could give you guys some tips and tricks, and maybe you have learned something from it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Ciao, ciao, everyone.